What's up, everybody? Welcome to January. What you gonna be throwing? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody had a wonderful holiday. My part-time job turns full-time when it comes about this time of the season, and I ain't had a chance to get on the water, so I've been busy. That's done now, so we got that behind us. I'll go back to my normal schedule of fishing. Anyway, it's January, and down here in the South, you know, in January it gets cold. We get this beautiful blanket that's out here that covers us all during the winter months. Water gets cold, but down here temperatures fluctuate up and down. What you gonna throw? Well, that's what we're about to get into. We're gonna start, and I'll start up and work my way down to the bottom instead of down and up. Fish are gonna be predominantly 2 or 3 spots or places this time of year. Now the water down deep, since the thermocline's dissipated, the water down deep is usually warmer, so the bait's going to stay down there, and wherever the bait is, where the bait's going to stay. You're going to find them ditches, ditches with standing timber in it. You're going to find them on bluff walls, and you may find some roaming in coves. So, let's start off tight running flat-sided crankbait. Now, your water temperature may vary, but now that it's cold water, we all know that crawfish tend to, the whole fish may not be orange, but their claws tend to get orange. So you can't go wrong with a good flat-sided crankbait. You can cover a lot of water with it and run shallow water with it. You can also throw a trap at them. And you don't have to throw a red one. You can throw whatever color you want. One thing that I would say about this, though, is if you're going to be digging this on the bottom, which I highly suggest, cut that front hook off. So when this bad boy is down here burning, it's naturally going to want to go back up in here. I don't know if I can do this right on camera or not. It's naturally going to want to get, can you see that? Takes that front hook off, kind of lets it burn along like that. It's not 100% going to keep you from getting stuck, but it's going to get you stuck less. Alright, let's see. Moving along. Let's get on down to suspended fish. I don't think I even mentioned that. You're going to find them in ditches, bluff walls, or suspended. When they get suspended, they get stupid sometimes. They're just out there doing nothing. Literally nothing. They're conserving energy. They're kind of in a standby mode, if you will, or they're just sitting there. They're just sitting there breathing. They save their energy. Water's cold. They don't want to move around a lot, and you can literally hit them with a bait sometimes, and they don't bite it. When you get on down into that, I would suggest, if you want some sort of moving bait, start running an underspin. You put the Kitech of your choice on there. Don't get too big this time of year. Most of your bait's kind of going to be small. You can burn that through there, vary your speed. If you got forward facing sonar, which you do not have to have, helps a lot, letting you know how fast to go if they're interested. See if they follow it and they need to speed up, slow down. Adjust accordingly. Another bait, jerkbait. I've got 2 out here. Now, your fish are probably not going to be real close to the surface, they're going to suspend out there. And I can't stand here and tell you where your fish are going to be suspended. You got to figure that out for yourself. This is the Mega Bass 110 +1, I think, in Pro Blue. Cold water gets clear most of the time, unless it storms. Use a transparent or opaque, something that they see, but maybe messes up that depth perception. They're going to run up on it and be on it before they know it. You generate a strike out of them. They don't get to study it very long. They're on it before they know it. This one's going to go a little bit deeper. You may need to scale down. This is a Berkeley cutter. Notice it's a lot, well, it's a little smaller. A little bit of difference in the difference in size there. Now this one, it's kind of clear. I don't know how good the camera's working with this. I don't know if it's helping me putting my hand behind it or not. It's kind of clear. It's got a little bit of chartreuse, and it's got that little bit of purple. Not quite the elegant bone, but it's going down that ballpark. And that's going to get a little bit more flash. If you got some dingy water, a little stained water, you may want to put something a little bit more pop to it. This time of year doesn't mean you can't catch fish. They are they're out there. You just got to find them. You got to find what makes them bite. And if you find something that ain't gonna bite, you know, go move on. We're gonna get down to the bottom now. Alrighty. Honorable mention, you can't go wrong with a good old jig. This is just crawl color. You may want to throw a darker jig. I personally don't think it matters this time of year. You can throw a green pumpkin one. You can throw this on those bluff walls and let it bounce down ledges. You can throw it up on a point, work it back down a point, find where those fish are setting, hop it through there. You might not get a lot of bites, but you'll probably get bigger bites on it. We all know that about jigs. That's just the way it is. Alrighty, let's get down to our other bottom bait now. Ditch fishing. Most of you folks in your Highland reservoirs, that's what they're going to be doing. They'll be out there ditch fishing. Your Highland reservoir may have timber, it may just be rocks, it may just be God knows what, just ditches with clays, with a clay bottom. This simple little thing here. Now this happens to be a True Grit tackle ditch digger. It's a football type head. Notice the way the line tie is turned and the angle it is. You put your little Swimbait on here. I'm trying to do this where this camera picks it up. It's not the easiest thing in the world. You throw that out there, let it hit the bottom, and do this. That's going to wiggle a little bit. And I mean slow. Just creep it along. It basically looks like a wounded fish or some little fish that's down here nosing around in the bottom. It's not darting around. It's not moving fast with the school of bait. It's an easy meal. You'll have a taker. If not, move on. Those are inactive fish. Don't waste a lot of time on them. Another bait which I use a lot any time of the year, and it will work this time of the year, believe it or not. Now, it's a Wobblehead. Plain and simple. If you've watched any of my other videos, I catch a lot of fish on a Wobblehead. Smallmouth up in the TVA. Largemouth down here. Spotted bass will hit it too. Everybody tells you your water's cold, your fish are cold, slow down. They're not wrong. That's where this come into play. The old ditch digger. Cruise along the ditch real slow. Any of you that's been doing this for a while, and if you know speed cranking works. I don't care if water's 40 something degrees. It works. It usually gets big bites too. If you haven't tried it, you're missing out. I don't know what to tell you. Give it a whirl. It costs you nothing to try. Never costs you anything to try, and hook sets are free, right? Get your Wobblehead. Now, you may have to fool around with the size. Up there in Tennessee River, you need 3/4 ounce at minimum to keep that thing down in current. Those are current-driven fish. This will work on points, ditches. Put you a little swim bait on it of your choice. Burn paws, burn paws, burn paws. Just like you would a crankbait. Heck, you can do that with this trap. Either one of these you can speed crank with. This thing right here, you can burn it, burn paws, burn paws. Don't get into a rhythm. I'm not sure where all that, hey, there's a rhythm. There's no fish out there that swim in any kind of rhythm. You burning paws this thing, you're probably gonna get bit, and when you do, it's gonna be big. I'll get an honorable mention, and I'll give this up. Hovering, Demiki rigs, all that. Everybody kind of puts a slender swim bait of some sort on, and use whatever weight necessary to get it to the depth necessary. Well, this is one of your regular little swim baits. I just cut the paddle off of it. It's gonna sit there, and all you need is that little bitty twitch. It doesn't take much. You may think I'm crazy. Try it. Let me know how it works out for you. Now, you can get a little spunk shad. You can use a bait of your choice. But always remember, you can modify a bait if you don't happen to have something. Cut the boot off if you don't want it wobbling around. I think one of my other videos, I'd already mentioned, you can take these little Argo shad. You cut the boot off of that, and that thing off of it. Makes a little bitty little tail that twinkles. Bass Pro Shop says these new little shad bod, like that bod. Pretty cool little bait. Got a little forked tail. Any which way, I tend to fish outside the box, and it works. Always think outside the box. Don't adjust your fishing skills because it's trendy or traditional. Try something new every now and then and watch what happens. I appreciate you guys riding along. If you would, give me a like and a subscribe. Stick around. 2024 is going to be a whole lot more fun. We're going to get into more things. We're going smallmouth fishing, largemouth fishing, and spot fishing, probably in 2 or 3 different states. So stick around, stay tuned. Now y'all get off your butt, quit watching TV, go fish.